Who is Curzon Dax? Star Trek DS9 Legacy Trill character explained. When diving into the rich lore of Star Trek, Deep Space Nine DS9, few characters embody the franchise's deep exploration of identity, memory, and legacy quite like Curzon Dax. Though he never appeared extensively on screen, Curzon's presence echoes through the series and the broader Star Trek mythos, especially through his symbiotic connection with the Dax symbiont and its host, Jasia Dax. To understand the complexity of Curzon Dax is to understand a key piece of DS9's emotional and philosophical core, the intricate relationship between past and present, self and other, the Trill species, and symbiosis. Before digging into Curzon Dax himself, it's important to grasp the unique nature of the Trill species. Trills are a humanoid race with a fascinating biological and cultural phenomena, a symbiotic life form known simply as the symbiont. This worm-like creature is implanted into a host, and together they share memories, experiences, and personalities across multiple lifetimes. Unlike reincarnation, where one soul is reborn anew, Trill symbiosis is a literal sharing of consciousness. Each new host inherits all the knowledge and memories of previous hosts, creating a cumulative identity. This blend of past lives raises profound questions about who the real individual is: the host, the symbiont, or some hybrid of both. Curzon Dax, the man behind the name. Curzon Dax was one of the symbiont's previous hosts, and arguably one of the most influential. As the ninth host of the Dax symbiont, Curzon was a seasoned and charismatic diplomat with a storied career spanning many years before Jasia Dax took on the symbiont. He was known as a sharp and sometimes roguish personality, part diplomat, part adventurer. Curzon's time was marked by political influence and cultural contributions within the Federation and Trill society. His wit and charm earned him respect and admiration, but also some enemies. His legacy impacted how the Dax symbiont was perceived and set a high bar for his successors. Curzon's role in DS9's story. Although Curzon himself never appears in DS9 beyond brief flashbacks and references, his presence is felt strongly through Jasia Dax, the current host during most of the series. Jasia inherited all of Curzon's memories, skills, and relationships, including some that proved complicated. One of the most emotionally charged aspects of Curzon's legacy was his close friendship with Benjamin Sisko, the station commander of DS9. Sisko's initial reluctance to accept Jasia as Dax's new host is rooted in the fact that he had a deep bond with Curzon. He was still mourning the loss of the old host and struggling to reconcile the new personality with the old. This conflict explores themes of identity and loss. Is Jasia Dax truly the same person as Curzon Dax, or someone entirely new, shaped by both her own personality and Curzon's memories? Curzon and the symbiont's legacy. Curzon's life story is also a vehicle for exploring Trill customs and their strict societal codes. For example, his role in a controversial diplomatic incident involving the Klingons showcased how political and personal histories intertwine in complex ways for Trill hosts. Curzon's reputation also highlights the risks inherent in Trill symbiosis. The Dax symbiont's long lifespan means it accumulates not only wisdom, but also political entanglements, secrets, and burdens. Each host inherits the consequences of the previous one's choices. For Curzon, some of these burdens led to danger and tragedy, which later cast shadows on Jasia's tenure as host. Curzon's personality and influence on Jasia. One of the most fascinating aspects of the Dax symbiosis is the dialogue and sometimes tension between host and symbiont. Jasia Dax often converses with Curzon in her mind, seeking advice or reflecting on his past decisions. This internal dialogue showcases the unique mental coexistence of the Trill condition, two distinct identities sharing one body and mind. Curzon's flamboyant and bold nature contrasts with Jasia's more measured and scientific demeanor, creating a layered and multidimensional character. This internal dynamic enriched the storytelling by allowing DS9 to explore identity not as a fixed point, but as a fluid and evolving construct. Curzon Dax's broader legacy in Star Trek. Beyond DS9, Curzon Dax helped deepen the mythology of the Trill and the philosophical questions they raise. The concept of symbiosis challenges traditional notions of individuality and legacy, pushing viewers to consider the ways in which our identities are shaped by history, memory, and connection. Curzon Dax embodies the idea that a person is more than a moment in time. They are a continuation of the past and a foundation for the future. This legacy theme resonated through DS9's narratives, especially in its exploration of duty, friendship, and sacrifice. In summary, Curzon Dax may not have dominated screen time, but his impact on Star Trek, Deep Space Nine, and the Trill narrative is profound.